trigger intensity analysis. Some triggers might produce mild anxiety, while other triggers intense reactions. Rate your top 5 to 7 triggers on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is mild anxiety and 10 is intense, overwhelming anxiety. Trigger patterns and connections. Looking at your triggers as a whole, what patterns or themes do you notice? Are there common elements that connect different triggers? The common themes across my triggers seem to be. Fill out that spot. I notice that many of my triggers involve, some examples here, evaluation by others, uncertainty, time, pressure, that kind of thing. Our triggers often point to deeper needs or vulnerabilities for each major trigger category that affects you. Consider what underlying need might be related. My work triggers might relate to a need for, my social triggers might relate to a need for, my relationship triggers might relate to a need for, and finally, my thought or internal triggers might relate to a need for. For your 2 to 3 most significant triggers, take a moment to map out the full sequence of what typically happens. And how it typically unfolds. For your first initial sensation thought, the emotional response, the physical reaction, the behavioral response, then the aftermath and consequences. One of the most powerful aspects of trigger awareness is learning to recognize the earliest signs that a trigger has been activated before anxiety has fully taken hold. For your most common triggers, what are the subtle early warning signs that might alert you that your stress response is beginning to activate? Then take a moment to reflect on what you've discovered about your triggers. What surprises you? What makes the most sense? What insights feel most valuable for your self-regulation journey? The key takeaway for today: identifying your triggers doesn't mean you'll always be able to avoid them. That's neither possible nor desirable in many cases. The goal is to develop awareness that allows you to respond to triggers intentionally rather than react to them automatically. Understanding your triggers is like having a weather forecast for your emotional landscape. It doesn't prevent storms from occurring, but it does allow you to prepare appropriately. Seek shelter when necessary, and know that the storm will eventually pass. Between now and tomorrow's session, I invite you to practice trigger notification.